And what is up, Panther fans? You're listening to the Porum Panthers post-game show. It's your boy Hunter coming at you with the post-game analysis. So, Lady Panthers would get a dominant win over the Canadian Lady Cougars by the score of 59-30, while the Porum advance to... hold up. Well, they would advance to 4-1, their best start since the 2017 season. Okay, and the boys fall to 1-4 of the season after a loss to the Canadian Cougars by the score of 65-31. So your leading scorers for the Lady Panthers was Savannah Macomb and Mallory Barrett, although Mallory Barrett would go down in the second quarter with a knee injury. She would leave the game. Lady Panthers up 32-16 at the half. But Savannah Macomb did lead the way in scoring, and as I did say, she is having a pretty good breakout year. For the boys, the shooting woes continue as the team's three-point percentage as a whole has been about 35%. Colton Shell went 0 for 6 from 3, and Briley Berry would go 3 for 10. A year ago, they was two of our leading three-point shooters, and I must admit, I must give credit where credit is due. I do admire the Canadian offense and defense. And you know, they're a boys coached by Gary Hendricks. I mean, I like what he's doing with that team. I mean, of course, if you've never listened to my podcast, well, Gary Hendricks was at Fort Gibson all these years, and he's had many success and has won a few titles there. Leading scorer for the Cougars was Carson Thompson, Tret Yandell, and Christian Mathis would be the leading scorers for the Cougars. For the Panthers, your leading scorers would be Briley Berry and Justice Cockrell and Peyton Harris. And on the girls' side, for the Lady Panthers, Savannah Macomb, Mallory Barrett, and Emery Arnold would be the leading scorers. And then the leading scorers for the Lady Cougars would be Briley Neal, Tabitha Hudgens, and Morgan Yandell. So, as I said, the Lady Panthers now go to 4-1. Only loss on the season was that 50-39 loss at the hands of Canadian in the tournament championship. And let me tell you guys right now, tonight got pretty wild. Tell you right now, one of the craziest games I ever called. And if you want to go listen to the playback on that, you can go check out the Porum Panthers Radio Archive podcast. I will have that up later. Actually, I need to update it when I get done with this, but let me tell y'all right now, it's definitely something. Now, I want to kind of break down the remaining schedule until Christmas break. So, got two more games, both on the road. Monday, Panthers will travel to Walika, and then they will travel to Oaks Mission on Friday. Now, And then after break, we will have the Graham Dustin tournament. And now I'll have to look at the rest of the schedule from there. But all I know, I will say this. In my own opinion, the boys did play the tougher end of the schedule. They are 1-4 right now. Their one win so far was against Oaks Mission. Then they fell to Hulbert, who is very much improved from last year, and I like what Jordan Hill is doing up at Hulbert. I like what he's doing with that group of boys. Good offense, good defense. Then they would fall to, let's break down the losses so far, and then, which I'm doing. And then the loss to Cave Springs, 59-50. I must give credit where credit is due. They got good shooters. I believe their big man had 5 threes. And then, of course, there was the 51-35 loss at the hands of Weber's Falls. They're much improved. I like what Jordan Garner's doing over there. And then, of course, tonight, 65-31 to Canadian. Of course, like I said, Walika on Monday, Oaks Mission on Friday. And then, actually, and then we'll have our next tournament, which will be next week. Hold up. So, the Graham Dustin tournament. Let me break down this real quick. I just seen copies of the bracket in Coach Arnold's office this afternoon. So, the girls, your Lady Panthers, are the 1 seed, and they will battle Wanette. Then Indianola and Butner will meet up in a 4-5 seed matchup. Maud will play Wilson Henrietta. And Sasakwa will play Graham Dustin. And this is the girls' side of the bracket. Of course, we will bring you the games on Porum Panthers Radio. Hopefully we can get service out there. And then the boys' bracket, your 1-8 seed matchup. Sasakwa will play Wilson Henrietta, and then your Panthers will battle Maud. Graham Dustin will play Wanette, and Butner will play Indianola. So, definitely an interesting bracket. For anyone asking me, I am pretty sure it'll be at Dustin. That is what head coach Michael Arnold informed me of. Yes. Yeah. Hold up here. Okay. Yeah, I had about 1 million people texting me. Sometimes you can't really get good service in here because it's a double metal roof. I can get service in like a single metal roof, but sometimes not really like a double metal roof. You know how that goes. And, hold up. So, that's going to about break down the remainder of the schedule. Okay, then then after the Graham Dustin tournament, we will play against OK. And then at the end of the week, it will be a back-to-back. That Thursday will be against Makoshi, and then Friday against Gans. Both at home. And then, of course, you got the cross-telephone Porum Invitational Tournament teams in it right now. There's only 7, but I imagine they'll probably get like a JV team in it or something. Your 7 teams, you got us, Panola, Gore, Strother, Quentin, Midway, and Kyoga. Alright, so that's going to about break it down for you there. Alright. what I'm now. Granted, I will throw this out there now. The girls' schedule, I have noticed, it will get tougher as the season progresses because, well, you got, like I said, you got OK at OK. Not exactly the easiest of places to play at, and they are much improved. And then there's the Graham Dustin tournament, possibly going to meet up with Sasakawa in the championship. I'm told they have some good talent. I haven't watched film on them yet, but we'll go from there. Then and then there's a cross-telephone tournament. I'm told Gore has gotten tougher this year, and then Strother. Okay, I am aware they did lose the point guard to Varnum, but I was told Strother does have another loaded team, and I do admire the defensive strategies Colby Johnson runs with them. And then after that, then you got McCurtain. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, you got McCurtain that next week. And then you got Bakoshi and... No, it's Bakoshi and Gore in a back-to-back. And then it's McCurtain on that Friday. And then Arcoma at Arcoma. And Kyoto here. And then Weber's Falls here. That will definitely be a good rematch. Definitely see how that will go. Now, for the boys, I do think it gets slightly easier after Christmas break. Well, of course, Maud, I'm not really sure what they have. I know Sasakawa returned everyone. That'll be a tough matchup. And then you can't ignore Butner. And let's see. And then you got OK at OK. I'm not sure if they still have the AAU kid, but I was told they have one. Okay, and it will definitely be interesting to see how it goes. And then, you got Bakoshi, which Bakoshi's only won one game, but I was told they did get like a move-in or something like that. And then Gans will definitely be a tough one. I like what Dean Armstrong does with that group. In the Porum tournament, yeah, Kenna's not in it, but you can't ignore the fact you still got Quentin, and then Gore's much improved. Strother, I'm told, is down, but still got some athletes who can play. Kyoto, can't ignore them. Good shooting, well coached. And then the next week, Bakoshi and Gore back to back, and then McCurtain, Arcoma, Kyoto, and then a rematch with Weber's Falls. It will definitely be interesting when playoff matchups come out. Anyway, that's going to about wrap it up for the Porum Panthers post-game show. Remember, we'll be playing at Walika on Monday and at Oaks Mission on Friday. We'll be bringing you the broadcast. I will try to broadcast the Oaks Mission game. I can't make any promises because, well, let's just say service is kind of spotty up there. It's in like a wooded area, but I'll try. Anyway, it is your boy Hunter, and I am out.